Hi, this is Miss Morphew. Last week, you spent some significant time exploring expository links resources. So you have an idea of what our three expository speeches purposes are, and you've seen the outline, maybe looked at the rubric, and picked a topic for your first researched speech. The informative specific purpose is to select a business, organization, or resource in your named local area and share with us the benefits that it provides the area and citizens, or the benefits that would occur if you got that particular business. We want to give you options. When you've got that topic selected, that specific purpose defined, we need to go and find some sources. We have a rather long library video that a librarian zooms into my in-person classes. We recorded it, I edited it, and you can look at a variety of source types. And we've got some things in week 3 that list some other options for some very cool methods to search for .coms, .orgs. If you've got a nonprofit, you want to check out those nonprofit sources. And I truly think you need to download and save that document called Public Opinion, Government Public Opinion, and something. That is a resource curated from a lot of different experts who said, hey, check out this kind of source. There's QR codes and there's links. So see what works for you to find business information. When you do your outline, now this week you're not turning it in, you can, but you are continuing to refine and explore. And you're doing a few more things that you're turning in. So let's navigate together and look at week 4. I'll be kind of quick. Remember, last week's video said you can open from the side module and it will show you the tasks and then gives you the actual document of this week's course outline. Another option, of course, is to hit that top bar that says, here's the quick links, and this will take you right in to the week 4 document. In real online searching, you have to find the method, the pathway that works for you and kind of remove, not check out all the other clutter, right? We give you some reminders. Yes, you're allowed to use AI, but we've got some tricks on how you can make an AI slideshow or your brainstorm adapted for your audience needs and your delivery needs. So check that out if you're going to use AI in any way. Don't let AI write your outline form. You need to take your information and, as a college student, synthesize it to create that appealing message. So this week, you do have several things to turn in. DB response is going to be related to discussion board 4, but it's a separate worksheet. And it's going to ask you 4 questions about an old discussion board thread from DB4. So get that worksheet and complete it, submit it in Dropbox. DB4, discussion board 4, is one of our written grades. So it's kind of crucial. You have very few written, 4 or 5 written grades, and they're worth 20% of your total grade point average GPA. So you'll want to navigate to discussion board 4, post the name of your business and your local area, and the content is, what benefits would it provide? What are your 3 benefits? Reply to each other so that you can create a conversational thread. And if you will do that well, I think that you're going to find you can create connections, ask questions, answer questions. Yes, you can reply to replies. Base group reflection share sounds a little complex, so please just go step by step. You will go into discussions, hit your base group forum, and this is one of the assignments that you'll do in that forum, not just through your texts. You need to describe, how are you keeping your journal? Do you have it on a Word doc in a spiral notebook? Did you make a Pinterest quality book? What's your method? Are you doing an audio or a video blog, a vlog? Well, how are you keeping it? Give yourself a grade. Everybody knows A through F. We want A's. We would prefer not to have any F's. So give yourself an A, B, C, D, or F on how many entries you've been keeping. We're in week 4, so you should have at least 4, and some people may have more. You decide what makes the A, B, C, D, F. On the third step is you give yourself a grade on how specific and how valuable the information is that you've been keeping. Will you be able to use it to see patterns, or are you just listing what you did? Just what did you think and feel about it? You give yourself an A, B, C, D, F on that. And then this is the big deal. I'd love to see you write some sort of a summary, an insight, maybe a quote from one of your experts, and any kind of statement you make. And all of this can be not only put in the discussion board forum and check out your peer replies, but you need to maybe screenshot that and keep it in your journal. One of the complexities of creating an outline plan for the first time with researched sources, authoritative sources, is practicing how to say sites in your outline plan. So I've given you a little worksheet, complete that and put it in Dropbox. Remember, a lot of our tasks are simple and little, and they just simply will give you some practice with the skills or navigation. I suggest that if you've done DB3, or if you haven't and you need to, because that one is going to close, uh, you need to maybe review the DB3. That's the first TED Talk where you had a specific element in the three elements in the first sentences or so, and then you went all about delivery. Everybody's going to get 100 on that if they post and reply to at least 2 others. But having a good conversational thread is the purpose of discussion boards, not just checking it off. The replies that you review, you're going to find I've put a lot of helpful tips that will support what you do for your next TED Talk. Just an idea, but I suggest you do that. Now, our outline's not due. Our informative outline's not due until next week, but the earlier you get it in, the more likely you are to get feedback. So please continue to refine your informative outline. Use those blue notes and then get rid of them. Do keep the red elements on there. That's going to be helpful for you to follow this framework, this formula that is one method of organizing an appealing message. And remember, variety of support in your plan. So if you say the first benefit is economic, the first benefit of having Cumberland County Playhouse in Crossville is economic. And then every bit of support under that main point is going to be a wide variety, maybe questions and um, facts and statistics and pictures and charts, whatever you do, wide variety of support. Use that. There's a video on support, 8.5 minutes, you really should check out. As ever, you're keeping a daily reflective journal, and we have some optional bonus opportunities. I hope that me taking you through week 4 will let you understand where you've been, what you're doing this week, and what's due, and how you can support your informative outline that is due next week. Earlier is better if you want to potentially get some helpful feedback. Thanks.